Welcome back. Hi, it's Diederik Gelderman here. Welcome to COG 2. In the last lesson, we talked about COG number 1, which was increasing your conversion rate on the phone and showing you how to plug that massive leak that's occurring in your practice. Today, it's all about COG number 2, which is the hidden disparity in the average transaction values or the average consultation fee in the consulting room between vet and vet and vet. Now, most practices monitor the average consulting room transaction fee, okay? There's no rocket science in that. They average it for the whole practice. But if you manage it across the whole practice, it's a little bit like saying, putting your hand in a bucket of cold water and a bucket of boiling water and saying, on average, it feels okay. Crazy, okay? The temperature is just fine? I don't think so. So you need to actually monitor the consultation, the average transaction fee by individual, which means that in the consultation room by individual veterinarian. So let's say that you yourself have an average consultation transaction of say $140. Now what about if a colleague has $110, for example? Clearly what that's telling us is that the average client's saying more often no to your colleague, or your colleague is failing to recommend full treatment standards of care that you are. This difference in average transaction fee is a problem, a partnership splitter type problem that I see in practices again and again and again and again, where one partner is producing a high average transaction fee and another one is producing a low average transaction fee, and they start to resent each other. I've seen partnerships split up so often. What's worse, this is so easily fixed. Now, there are a lot of potential reasons as to why this is happening to your colleague, for example. Far too many to go into here. But just let's look at the opportunities that exist. Just think about it. If the overall average transaction value difference is just say $20 and you both do 15 transactions a day, that means there's a leakage every day of $1,500. That's $78,000 a year. I've attached a really simple live Excel spreadsheet, one of my inner circle spreadsheets that I only typically share with my coaching clients, plus a real live example as a Word doc that's really going to allow you to go through and layer in the nuances and the importance of this area of lost practice revenue. Now, complete the worksheet with your practice numbers and see what opportunities exist in and for your practice. Now, clearly, that leakage has got to stop and stop now. But how? The answer is easy. A formalised consulting room process that all the veterinarians follow. One that takes the client from along a journey resulting in yes. An ethical yes. Now, for a consulting room process to be effective, you need a unified belief system for the practice, an agreement as to treating the necessity of treating what's in front of you, a step-by-step process for all the veterinarians to follow, a tested and proven system that will help them educate the client as to what needs to be done with their pet and why. Then, of course, there's got to be a checklist of all the key steps in the process, a logical order and sequence. So there needs to be a logical order and sequence for the client to go through. There needs to be a logical order and sequence for the veterinarians to go through. So let me give you an example, a really simple example. There's been studies on this. If you look at the average transaction fee of a veterinarian that says, "Hello, Mrs. Smith," "Hello, Mr. Smith," says hello to the kids, and then pats or touches the dog, versus the veterinarian that says simply, "Hello, Mrs. Smith," "Hello, Mr. Smith," doesn't acknowledge the kids or doesn't acknowledge the dog to any great degree. The average transaction fee between those two veterinarians is discrepant, hugely discrepant, okay? And those studies have been done again and again and again that show that. So this is all about building rapport, okay? So it starts with building rapport, and then it goes all the way through to engaging the client and making that next appointment for whatever is necessary. The order and sequence of those steps is key. That's the key to having this happen. Now, the best part of all is that because this takes an educative approach, it's 100% ethical and honest and transparent, and it's 100% right for the veterinarian and for his or her client. Now, again, for this cog to work for you, it's got to become part of your practice and part of this is the way we do it around here by everyone involved. And then it's got to be monitored, regularly monitored for compliance. So monitoring for compliance is key to getting anything and everything in your practice to work. You know the old saying, what gets measured gets done. That's key. And we'll talk about that in cog number 6 in a few weeks' time. Okay, so that's it for the consulting room system. Next week, look forward to the third of your 6 big profit leakage points, which is looking at how to fix your recall and reminder system. Typically in most practices it's underperforming, and there's undoubtedly a huge opportunity here, a huge opportunity. So see you in a week and we'll catch up on the recall and reminder system. Bye for now.